Okay, so we're purchased by ABC Records. And all of a sudden, I see something I've never seen before in my time in the record industry, my whole entire year in the record industry at Gulf and Western. This company has a hit. They have a hit at number 3 on the pop charts. I've never had the advantage of that before. So I jump on it. I want to work on it. I really want to work on it. And then I discover something very interesting. The lead singer is black. The staff of the record company has one token black man, and the rest are white. And among white people in 1975, it is not cool to work with black music. What, are you crazy? Black music is American music. No, it is not cool to work with black music. So the people in the company who know how to be hip and know how to look good on Wilshire Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard, they're not going to have anything to do with this record. And they assume I'm not going to have anything to do with this record because they assume I want to be hip with them. Well, I've never been hip. I don't give a shit about being hip. I jump on this fucking record. And when the band's manager is supposed to be coming into New York, I see opportunity. So I get a limo and go out to the airport and pick him up. His plane comes in at 5 o'clock. That means I know I've got 2 hours alone with this man. He cannot leave because he's stuck in a limo with me in New York City traffic. And I tell him a very simple thing. Look, your band prides itself on being democratic. It prides itself on listening to every single member. Well, if you allow me to take the lead singer and to pull her right into the forefront and put the rest of the band in the background, and if you cover my ass on this, I guarantee I will deliver you a star. He went along with it, and the lead singer's name was Chaka Khan. The band was called Rufus. So I'm having these interesting experiences in the sociology of the belly of the beast, the dark land where myths are made. And one day I'm sitting in my office at ABC, and Seymour Stein passes by. And Seymour pops his head into my office and says, "Schmuck, if you're so smart, why don't you have your own company?" So about 6 months later, I try to start my own PR firm. I started in the living room of a friend. We split his assistant. I pay half of her salary. He pays the other half. We split her time. I work on the coffee table, and I start the Howard Bloom Organization, Ltd. And the Howard Bloom Organization, Ltd., not surprisingly, is based on 2 fundamental propositions from science. The truth at any price, including the price of your life. And look at things right under your nose as if you've never seen them before. And the biggest truth in the music business is we are not selling downloads. We are not selling pieces of plastic. This is not a commercial exchange. Yes, money's involved, but that's not the primary exchange. The primary exchange is an exchange of human soul. If you are an artist, if you are a musician, if you are Prince or Michael Jackson, you sit down at 2 in the afternoon in front of a blank piece of paper or a blank computer screen, convinced you can never write a lyric again in your life, and having a hard time believing that you've ever written one before. And if it's a good day, by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a lyric there, and you wonder where the hell it came from. Something even stranger happens to you when you go on stage. If you go on stage one of those nights when the audience, you see the pupils of the audiences dilate, you see their faces melting, something goes through you when you have an out-of-body or near out-of-body experience. And there is an energy coming from the audience through you. It is being amplified and transmogrified within you. It is channeling back to the audience where it once again is picking up even more energy and is being shunted through you to be transformed all over again. It is the essence of that ecstatic experience that we talked about when asking where the guards are inside of us. It's the essence of that ecstatic experience that's behind the forces of history, that changes history. It's the very essence of what Adolf Hitler knew so brilliantly how to manipulate, unfortunately for horrible, horrible ends. But he did know how to manipulate it. And so you now know that your job is this. There is a self below the floorboards of the self. And that self is the self that writes those lyrics. That self is the self that dances you on stage as if you were a marionette. That self is what we can call soul, the most essential passions within you. And you are now in the business of human soul. So, working at the Howard Bloom Organization, my job was the job of a secular shaman, a strange job for a person who was using Martin Gardner's mathematical game section techniques from the Scientific American in order to work with music.